You may not know this, but there's actually a psychological phenomenon that explains why, when we are on vacation and we see two restaurants, we choose the one that has more people. Or when we're walking on a shopping street and we see a line at the Louis Vuitton store, we join the line just because. This phenomenon is called social proof and is one of my favorite concepts in behavioral economics. And this simple psychological tactic is what I use to sell out my first ever one-on-one consultation slots. In this video, we're going to do a deep dive into social proof and how you can use it to get more clients or sell more products and services for your business. There are tons of resources out there that explain what social proof is, but to put it simply, it's a psychological phenomenon that explains why we copy what others are doing. And we've been using it throughout evolution. So it's a heuristic that we use to make decisions. Way back then, we were using it for survival, right? So if you saw a group of persons running, you just run. You didn't stop and analyze the situation, because if you did, you probably would have been eaten. Because in our early years of evolution, everything was dangerous. We were looking at people to see what they were eating, where they were walking, who they were staying far from, and this helped with survival. These days, since we don't have these serious threats, we use it in a completely different way. We use it to conserve brain energy, we use it for social status, or to feel included or like we belong. Not all social proof are created equal. In this video, I'm going to cover the 4 most used types of social proof that have been utilized by big firms that you probably use. And then we're going to cover how you can implement these types of social proof to get clients for your business. The first social proof that we're going to cover is user social proof. And this is probably the most common type of social proof. And it can take the form of customer reviews with the 5-star, or it can also take the form of testimonials. So customer reviews, which is usually the 5-star system, is the perfect type of social proof for technology, for low ticket items. I would say low ticket digital products. If you have a restaurant or a hotel, then customer reviews are your golden ticket. And the way in which customer reviews work is that it helps us with conforming, because we feel safe that others have tried this product and they've gotten some good result, or they had a good experience with it. And so we feel safe to buy that product. Then there are testimonials. Now, if you have a restaurant, testimonials are not important. But if you're a plastic surgeon, then testimonials are the most important type of user social proof for you. And this is because you're selling a transformation. So if you're in the business of selling transformation, whether it be a cosmetic transformation, a knowledge transformation, a status transformation, then you want to use testimonials as your social proof. And you would see a lot of plastic surgeons using this, or a lot of high ticket sales coach using testimonials as opposed to customer reviews. Then there is wisdom of the crowd. Wisdom of the crowd is perfect if you're selling a product, a physical product. One of my clients, who is a vintage store owner, does this perfectly. When she's having her restock on Saturday, what she would do is she'd post a story about her restock, and then the next story would be a video of all the clients shopping in her store. And what that would do is encourage person who had a double mind to attend that event. And that's because they are seeing that their peers are going to that event. Another way that you can do this is, if you have an e-commerce site, what you can do is show user activity. If you're selling dresses and 10 clients have a specific dress in their cart, then you want to share that information. Wisdom of the crowd is a good social proof to use when you also have high competition, or some sort of product where you don't need a person to think, about making the purchase. They can do it sort of like instinctively, or they don't have to think too much. The next one is case studies. And case studies is the perfect social proof to use when there are groups of people that look the same, or share similar attributes or problems. So for example, case studies would be the perfect type of social proof to use for law firms. Another type of company that can benefit from using case studies as social proof is branding agencies. And so you might think, Tiffany, hold up, but I have no clients now. What can I do? And this is where the last one comes into play. And this is certification and trust trust symbol. So these are like badges, awards, certifications. Now, the actionable part, how you can use social proof this week to increase your sales or improve your conversion rate. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to first identify what social proof you have. So it could be somebody sending you a message saying, hey, your product really helped me, or your service really helped me, or your advice really helped me, whatever you have. And then understand if it's the best type of social proof for your business. Use the examples that I gave in the past. You can also do some additional research. Then you're going to upload 3 stories. The first story is going to be information about your product, calling out the pain points or the aspirations of your ideal audience. The next story is going to be your social proof, your relevant social proof. The third story is going to be your offer. What I like to do is also follow up with another story, adding another social proof so for the people who are on the fence. And then come back and let me know if you were able to see any success with this.